welcome to Unit 4, Exercise 2. Okay, so we're in JGrasp. I know some of you guys use the starter code, and some of you do not. So I'm not going to assume that you have the starter code. We're going to start from scratch. So we're going to call this billing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in public class billing. And I'm going to put in a couple of curly braces. And I'm going to click the Save button. And so it calls it automatically billing Java. Yes, so I'm going to click Save. So the first thing I'm going to do on line 3 is I'm going to declare my tax variable. Okay, so I'm not going to change it, so I'm just going to call it tax. So I'll go Final, which is what you use for any constant variable. It's going to be a static class. It's a double. So because constant, we'll capitalize it. And we'll set it to 0.08%. So now we're going to put in our main class, public static void main. String args. So now of course I have to use my opening and closing curly braces again. I'm going to tab in. I'm going to use a double and call it bill. So my bill is going to be compute bill. And I'm going to use the 2.499 in there. So this means I'm going to have a method down below on how to compute the bill, right? And I'm going to use a parameter, a double amount. So the double amount is, I'm going to put in $24.99. So if I'm going to compute the bill, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to have a method for computing the bill. So I'm going to come on down. Okay, and I'm going to push this in. We're going to call this one compute the bill method, so it's going to be a public method. It's going to be static. And it's going to be double. So we're going to return a double amount. So it's going to, the method's going to be called compute bill. In its parameter, we're going to use a double. You can see here in our void main we use 24.99, so it's just some double amount. So I'll put a double and use AMT for my variable. So what's this method going to consist of? Oops, put in my opening and closing parentheses. Curly braces. So in this method, we'll call this double bill is equal to the amount plus the amount times the tax. Okay? It's going to equal to the amount, AMT. We're going to add to it the tax, which is the amount, AMT, multiplied by tax. So we're going to capitalize, remember tax up here. It's a constant, so we just use tax. And we can use it because it's declared up here. Okay, see that? It's declared before any other method, so we can use it on all the methods. So we're going to return the bill. So bill is equal to compute the bill by this amount. So now we're going to print out in our main method, come down, system out, print line, the total for a photo book that cost $24.99 is, put in my $sign and my quotation marks, plus bill, right? And put my semicolon. Go down to the next line. Okay, now my next compute bill method, the first one, my first compute bill method just had a double amount in there. So my second compute bill method is going to have a double amount and it's going to have an integer. So we'll have a second compute bill method. See, this is completely legal. So we'll set it up above here and we'll define it below just like we did the last one. So we're going to put up here bill equals compute bill. And we can use it because it has two different, it's not just a double up here, it's a double and an integer. So we can do this. So we'll put in 17.50, comma, 4. We'll end our parentheses and we'll put a semicolon. So now we'll define it below. Public static, just like the last one, it's public static, double, so it's returning a double, compute bill. But this one has different parameters. So we're defining a different method with different parameters. This has a double amount. And since it's a different method, we can still use a variable that's up here, because this is a private variable. It can only use, AMT is only used within this one, so we're going to have another private variable only used in this little method we're creating below. And we'll put in comma int quantity. So they're buying more than one, correct? So how does this method work? So let me set it up here. Put in my beginning and ending curly braces. So I'll put in here double bill just like before. Bill. This time it is equal to amount times quantity, right? Then we put in here bill is equal to bill plus bill times tax, just like we had up here, but it's going to be a little bit different, right? So in this instance, all we're doing is returning the bill again, just like we did up here. Here we're going to return bill. See, it's still a bill. It's just different conditions. This is just for a single item. This is for multiple items. So we're going to have one more situation here. So let me put the system out print line here. Put in our quotations. The total for photo books that cost $17.50 is, and I'll put in my $sign and my quotation mark, plus and I'll type in the word bill and a semicolon. So I am going to define a third situation here is we're going to have a coupon. Okay, so with our coupon amount, that'll give us 3 parameters. So you have 3 different situations here. A single unit, multiple units, and now unit times coupon. So my next one is going to, I'll just fill it up out here in my main area. Once again, I'll put in there bill is equal to compute bill. So it's $10 per unit. We bought 6 and the coupons for $20. So I'll put the semicolon here. So now I'm going to make my method below as before. So I'm going to come on down. Alright, this one we're going to put public static double. I'm going to put in here once again compute bill. I have here computer bill. Take that out. It's compute bill. Yeah, you don't want grammatical or spelling mistakes. So we're going to have a double amount. Once again, this is a private variable, so we're setting it up in a private method. It's not going to be accessed by any other method. So it's okay to have that. So we're going to have a comma in here. So all the other AMTs up here are private as well. So once again, we're going to have an int quantity, and then I'm going to have a double coupon. Click enter, and I'm going to come on in. Okay, so I'm going to compute this once again, just like before. I'm going to have these same fields here. Double bill is equal to amount times quantity. And once I subtract the coupon amount, then I'll have bill is equal to bill plus bill times tax. This is going to be almost the same as this, except we're adding in the coupon. Okay, so double bill is equal to amount times quantity. See, there's your situationally dependent. Bill is equal to bill minus coupon. And now we go, but like we have up here, bill is equal to bill plus bill times tax. And we just return bill. And we close out. So now I'm going to compile it, see if I have any mistakes. Okay, I forgot a semicolon at the end of this line. So let me go to the end of this line. Oh, you know what? I'm missing a closing parentheses. That's what it is. Here we go. Now I still haven't put that print line up here, have I? So let me put that up here. System.out, print line. The total amount for the total for 6 photos, photo books. That cost $10. With a $20 coupon. Is, and I put in my dollar sign and the quotation mark, plus bill, and that parentheses and a semicolon. So let me save everything. Let me clear this down here. Let me check it once again for mistakes. Let me run for compile. So it doesn't like line 21. I need it equals, don't I? Double bill equals amount times quantity. Very good. So save it once again. Let's clear it. And compile it once again. Okay, we're missing something on line here in 25. Let's see if we got everything. Oh, okay, we're missing some. We don't have it curly braces. So let's come over here, click enter, And let's add a beginning curly brace. Okay? And we should push all this in. Let me push this in. Let me push this one in. Let's save everything. Clear everything here. And let's run it again. Okay, so I have computer bill here. So I need to take out the R in computer. Okay. Got to be compute bill, not computer bill. So I'm going to click save again. Clear this. Let me compile it one more time. See, it finds your spelling mistakes. Everything runs this time. That's why you always compile your files, because it's easy to have things slip through like that. And as you get better at this, you'll be able to read these codes. It always tells you what line it's on. The line's highlighted up here. And double check your code, see what's missing. Check with the solution here, and check with what logic you know, and you should be able to run it. So let's see how this works. So I've compiled it. Let me click build and click run. Okay, so we have the 3 statements here. There you go. So now this is ready to turn in.